Alright guys, this is what we ended up with. This thing's a little over 8,000 pounds. We are in Terrell, Texas, and it's going up to Kennesaw or something like that, Wisconsin. This is only like $1.50 a mile. It's kind of shitty because this is like pulling a wow, my brain just does not work. It's like pulling one of those big containers. There it is. Just because of the size of it. So basically what we've done is we have the chains coming down and over, pulling the container down and back at the same time. And then we have the back pulling down and frontwards at the same time. And then I threw this middle chain in there just for and it's keeping it from sliding that way. So if something happens and we hit somebody, then the load doesn't try to shoot forward. Only way it would ever really try to come backwards is if I mashed on the gas real hard, you know. And the same over here. We got this pulling down and frontwards. This one's pulling down and backwards. And this one's pulling down and backwards. So, but there it is. We're it's gonna drop. We've got to get this crane unloaded, and it's gonna be the crane's gonna be there in 2 days, which kind of sucks because I could probably have this there tomorrow. So, good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday morning. We're waiting. This thing can't be dropped till 12 o'clock, but I want to show you guys what I picked up on the way up here to Texas. So I did some research on some gooseneck locks, and a lot of people are like, go with this company called Fort Knox. So we actually drove to the guy's house because he doesn't actually have a storefront. Everything's done online. They're on sale right now for $2.99. I was hoping you'd give me a little bit of a discount since the address I punched in, I guess there's two of the same addresses. He's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's two of the same addresses, and we went to the wrong one. We went to the one that's in the hood. So, but basically what happens is this box right here, there's a piece in here. See if I can get it out. Let me set this down. I'm actually in the process of doing this right now. So basically what you do is you take out your top bolt and you slide this washer between the bolt, and then you'll take this box right here, and this box right here will clamp around it, and then this washer prevents it from pulling out. And basically what that does is prevents them from backing off one of those bolts. And then you have that bottom box here, so you keep this on all the time. You don't have to take that off. But then you take this bottom box here, and then that clamps around the bottom there. So I'm going to throw this top piece on. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, there it is on. I was hoping it would fit a little tighter than what it is. I'm hoping it doesn't flop around too much. It does look like it's going to flop around a good bit. Man, I hope that thing ain't noisy. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I can do something with it. Alright guys, we made it here. We're at Kenosha at the museum. We were trying to figure out where we had to park. He says he can reach us from where he's at, all the way over there. We can pick this thing up. I guess they're gonna stick it on top of the building, so we're gonna unchain this thing and I'll film it. So we are still here at Kenosha Public Museum, waiting to get unloaded. And if you guys remember, I said this pays $1.47 a mile. And it kind of pisses me off because stuff like this needs to be taken into account. It's not always just about the driving, it's about the loading and the unloading. So this was supposed to be dropped at 12, and I got a call at about 9:30 this morning, maybe earlier, saying, hey, they just want to know where you're at. It's like, well, I'm at a truck stop about 30 minutes away. And the broker was like, well, they said if you would go ahead and come on, they're ready for you. It is now 11:20, and they're still setting up the crane to unload this. I mean, you could say, wow, you weren't supposed to be there till 12, but yeah, but now I've started my 14-hour clock. And this is ticking away on my hours, you know? So, I don't know. They just need to take into account the loading and unloading time when it comes to hauling something as well. If it requires a crane, you know it's going to be a timely thing, and $1.47 a mile is crap anyways, and then you got this right here, you know? So, kind of sucks. An hour and a half later, it's still on the trailer. And they've taken it apart on the trailer. That's them taking the old one off. Not really sure why they told me to come on out when they weren't even ready for us here. So they're going to take that old one and set it on that truck there, and then pick ours off the trailer and set it back on up there on the building, I guess. I don't know. This all could have been done before we came out here. Start my 14-hour clock. It is now 15 after 12. They still have to take the panels off around the bottom so that they can hook that thing up. But hopefully it won't be long now. Getting it hooked up. Alright guys, we just got into the Pilot in Illinois, not far from where we have to pick up. I noticed this tire was a little low when we left, when we dropped off with that crane. I guess it's completely flat now. I don't know if I ran something over in their parking lot. That sucks because I rode on this for a bit, thinking it would be okay. So, and we just bought this bottle jack too, so good thing I have that on the truck. So I'm going to take this tire off, swap it out with one of the spares we got, and have this tire looked at. And there it is. Piece of metal in the tire. I think I got that. I think I got that when we went to go unload at the museum. Maybe it's not too bad. I got a plug kit. We'll try to plug it, see what happens. Alright, so I end up having to use a spare because after we spent $14 on a plug kit, let me put you down for a second. Alright, $14 on a plug kit. Now this tire has got bubbles in it. And then I bought two extra spares, and I went to go get my spares down, and I keep them locked up. I kept it on on this wire lock thing here, but I guessed it got salt and stuff in this, and it will not release. We tried beating it with a hammer, ended up having to cut it with a pair of dikes, and then one of my spares that they sold me is for a dually trailer. So we've had a good time. You had a good time?
No. Nope.
All right, so we're gonna finish cleaning up and go get something to eat.